Hello, hello, hello. So, right now, the question generally is basically how do you gain like the perfect body or the perfect look? Now, it's a vague question, but just all encompassing. But anyway, this is the springboard from it. Um, what if I told you that before you incarnated onto Earth, this earthly plane, you set up like a skeleton or a blueprint for your particular path with your particular adversities and your own light and dark things that are acclimated to the world, things that aren't acclimated to the world as we know it. Just like billions of different types of Skittles. And you chose this unique frame to experience life with it. And it had absolutely nothing to do with trying to get, well, it might, maybe not, depending on your blueprint, but trying to get to a certain look. And what if I told you that, depending upon, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, body image, look, you go to different cultures, people will tell you what's beauty. Like, I'll tell you, in my life, I watch BET all the time and watch music videos. And I wanted a big old booty and big old boobs. I wanted to be thick because that's what the black boys liked. And I was thin and athletic. And my world valued curvy girls. I'm not saying I don't have any curves, but I'm saying like they liked girls with curves. And so in my world, I wasn't a match, But then I got outside of my world and realized that my look was what was popular to like a general American society. But I still had the programming of not being accepted, even though I looked like I was accepted. So pretty much it's a mind thing. Man puts value to what he sees. Man attaches meaning to what he sees. And a lot of different cultures and subgroups and societies classically condition to say this is what's ugly, this is what's pretty, this is what's this is what's that. So number one, what you want to do is just take a look at your look and your body and see what you have to offer the world and what your particular blueprint came here with. I say to myself all the time, like, there's going to be moments when you walk in and everyone's going to love what you have to offer. There's going to be moments when you walk in and you are just not what's it. You're not what's popping. Then you could have like a mixture or blend of it. You cannot please everyone. So I like to take a look at me and say, well, this is what God gave me. God gave me this face. God gave me this body. God gave me these issues that would have, well, the probability of me facing these issues that would have my body image fluctuate due to stress, gain weight, lose weight. Like, it's not about trying to stay a particular thing. It's about living life and experiencing it in your meat suit. Now, that's easier said than done when you have a million people around you telling you that the way you look isn't acceptable. And it goes back to self-love, self-acceptance, and tapping into what your story is here in this world and your mark is here in this world. And instead of necessarily changing what you have, but asking why you have what you have, and what did you come here to do? What did you come here to say? What did you come here to represent? What did you come here to create from what you have? And should it change, what story does that tell? If you gain weight, if you lose weight, if you're the typical image of what everyone likes, if you're not the typical image of what everyone likes, if you have blemishes or scars, if you're perfect, because there's some women who are absolutely beautiful and they're living in hell. There's some men that are jacked and have it all and they hate themselves and all they have is that. Or maybe, that's all people ever notice and they can't even get a word in or be appreciated or taken seriously. So you really don't know what the experience of each person is having in their meat suit. So I'd say focus on your unique self. Focus on being healthy or doing what you need to do for you, for your body, and following your intuition and your bliss and your feelings and your own inner guidance. And it's, I guess, with doing that comes a bravery because you take the consequences of that. Sometimes it means resting and being lazy and not being that guy that works out all the time and losing your muscles. And just being like, okay, well, what does this phase in my life tell me about myself? Am I less valuable because of it? Or do I need to take care of some stuff within myself first and naturally gain the desire to want to work out instead of forcing myself to do it? I feel like self-love, you gotta win and lose in life. And honestly, no one is ever really losing. It's all in the mind. It's just, you gotta know yourself and you gotta know who you are and ask the question of, what did your unique suit come here to represent, to say, to be, to do, to create, as opposed to saying, how can I make my unique suit fit this one look or this one idea or this one image to get people to like me and to love me. And everybody wants to be loved and everybody does things to be loved. Like it's hard to always be like, well, I don't need love and yada yada. Everyone does things to get love sometimes. But I feel like being aware of when you do that is good. Not being blind, not being ignorant to yourself. Knowing when you're choosing to do that. Knowing that you're doing the best you can. Some things happen to our bodies that we can't help. Birth defects or things that happen to us based on what we've been through. I know people deal with acne. It has to do with like built up frustration and anger and because you've been through a lot of crap. Eating, overweight, suppressing, numbing pain. There's a reason for everything. So I'd say tap into, first of all, why you would want to change what you want to change. What's wrong with being at different stages in your life to do what you need to do. There's nothing wrong with being overweight. There's nothing wrong with being skinny and not being the thick girl. There's nothing wrong with being athletic and looking nice. There's nothing wrong with looking like the typical thing that everyone likes in that society. There's nothing wrong with any of it. It just is. And it's like, well, how do you feel about it? And I think we got to change what's in the mind, focus on that. And if focusing on that, if that's a byproduct of that is taking action out externally, then sure. But I think it starts here. Okay? And another thing I want to add, I say, focus on being healthy. But sometimes, like if you're living a lifestyle where it's very, very stressful, Most people who are living lifestyles that are very, very stressful aren't an easy match to healthy food. It's just not convenient. When you live in a rigorous lifestyle, you need fast food. You want it to taste good. You want it to be sweet. You want it to be flavorful. You need instant grat to feel good. There's nothing wrong with being in that stage of your life. I'm a firm believer in truth. So it's like, if, let's say I had a low day, so I'm a match to food that's not healthy, I'm going to live in my truth and take the consequences of whatever that is, instead of forcing myself to be healthy. So pretty much, worry about what you need. Prioritize your life, your mind, your thoughts, your things, your environments, your circumstances to match, you know, what you need. And then either what you want for your look to be will fall into place, or you will come to love what already is. Okay? I love you, and bye-bye.